Awesomeness videos. I know this might be a bit different because usually when you hear me talking, you'll see my face because I usually record through my webcam. But I decided for this video, this topic, that I was going to be doing a commentary. Right, so let's get some background footage. That's better. Alright, if you're enjoying this, make sure to comment and like and all that stuff so I know that I'm producing videos that you guys enjoy. That would be greatly appreciated. Alright, so what I decided to talk about was my vacation, my time in Detroit, where I went, Michigan. Alright, so let's get right into it. Okay, so I go to Michigan every year, if you didn't know, but like I haven't made a schedule until this year, so now this is when I decided to talk about it. So basically, almost every year when I go to Michigan, we drive to Pennsylvania in this theme park called Knoebels. I don't know if some of you heard of it. It's not that popular, but at the same time, people know about it. I don't know if that makes sense, but anyways, if you don't know about it, basically it's a theme park, and you rent a cabin and you stay there for a week and you go on rides. It's a blast. You should go there. I don't know. It's pretty fun. But don't get me wrong, there's actually some extreme rides there. Like there's a drop, a free fall drop, and there's like some roller coasters, like Impulse, they go like upside down and all that. So it's actually a pretty cool place. While we were staying at a rental, it started to rain the first day, and we're like, okay, it's just raining, no big deal. We're not in California anymore. It's not gonna be a big deal. And then it just got worse from there, pretty much. So first, we got a bunch of like weather warnings. Like we were getting tornado warnings, we were getting thunderstorm warnings, we were getting like all types of like weather warnings by our area. And so it wasn't that bad, just the warnings. Like so, we're a bit more nervous. Like okay, just gotta be a bit careful. It goes all down there. All right. So from that, it started to rain heavier and heavier and heavier. There was a river right next to our cabin, and by the time it was raining so much, the river was almost flooding our place. It was inches away from flowing out on the gates. Like, it was ridiculously crazy how we didn't flood. And while at the same time the river is almost flooding, the rain is like getting higher and higher. By the time it's up to my ankles, puddles everywhere. It's like a flowing river across our whole place. And yeah, I took some videos of it, but I got yelled at. So yeah, I'll show you those right now.
Oh my goodness! Look at this river! It's like a river out here. Okay, it just comes from here and goes all the way.
Yeah, so after that, you would think it would clear up, right? Well, Ron, it never stops. Now the river, creek, is almost flooding the place. The puddles are 4 inches deep, covering the whole area, making it like a river outside our house. And rocks start to slide all over. The rocks from the creek or somewhere else decide, you wanna know what? Let's get into this. And the rocks just slide everywhere, all over the place. There's mud everywhere, and there's just a bunch of craziness. And we're just sitting there inside. It's like, this is crazy. This is crazy. I'm not lying when I say this. It got worse. I'm not lying. So now when it got worse, the river is close to flooding. There's puddles everywhere. You can't go outside. There's rocks coming out of everywhere, getting mud and stuff all over. And now there's freaking lightning and thunder. Like, how bad does the weather get? And you wanna know what? You guess what? They did another tornado warning. So now it's just insanity at this moment. None of us barely got sleep from not just the storm and all that, from other stuff too, but mostly the storm, obviously. The rain was so loud. I'm gonna show you a video of how loud this rain was. It was ridiculously loud.
Oh my goodness. It's so loud. Oh my goodness. You see this?
It was pure insanity. But you know, everything works out in the end. You know, like, so at the next day, everything's cleared up, but everything's wet and muddy. No surprise there. The river is still freaking about to flood. It's muddy and it's crazy. There's stuff floating in there. We saw. I'm not kidding. At one point, we saw like a duck and its family freaking floating across this water, like trying to save its life. It was crazy. Now you think, oh, it must be over. There's no way it can get any worse. It did. It got worse. Somehow we are cursed with stuff always getting worse. Keep in mind, we can't go to the park yet because of all the raining and stuff. When we got there at one time, half the park was closed because of the raining. Half the stuff was shut down and temporarily out of service because of the rain and the storm. So we're all excited to get to this place, and only like half the rides are open. And you're like, well, I just ride those. They're probably fun too. But like, the half the rides that are closed are like the good ones. There's other good ones that are open. I mean, there's like roller coasters and the Phoenix, which was one roller coaster. It's like the best. But still, like, I want to go on some other fun rides I know, but they're closed. All right, so yeah, that's how it got worse. But then out of completely nowhere, the river started to raise. It started to get higher and higher and higher. I don't know how. It just started to raise. And so now it's actually starting to flood out. The water's starting to flood out. And there was like trees like by it, and they're freaking snapping off and running into the water across the place, and we're getting floods everywhere. At the time I was texting one of my friends who moves, and she lives like really far, like not even in the US, so yeah, not so close. And we were texting saying, are you getting all these floods? And she said yes. And she showed me a picture, and oh my god, she showed me her driveway, and there was this car, and it was like the water was like halfway up the tire. It was like ridiculously high for rain. So yeah, that's the story. The other like 5 days or whatever, we're fine. We had fun, but still, most of the stuff was closed, which kind of sucks. But it started opening up again, which was fun, and I got to actually go, and I had a great time. I recommend all of you to go to Knoebels. It's a really fun place. It's awesome, and yeah. So I hope you enjoyed this commentary. If you want me to do more of these, just, you know, what I said before in the start of the video, just, you know, like, comment, like, whatever you want to show me support for these types of videos. And yeah, if you have any crazy weather experiences, make sure to tell me in the comments or somewhere, because I would like to hear yours. Mine, it was still kind of crazy, but I don't think it's the worst that can happen. I mean, I probably have some fans out there that have had way worse experiences than me, because I live in California here. It's like dry and all that. I'm pretty sure not all of my subscribers live in California. So I hope you all enjoyed the video once again. I just really want to show that you like these videos, and I hope you have a fantastic day. Don't get caught in weather storms, please.
'em up, beat 'em up, beat 'em up.